Everyone wants a light, mid-engined, pure kind of sports car. Well, don't they? One that handles brilliantly, one that's made beautifully, and one which has some power. Well, Porsche 718 models are among the purest sports cars we can buy, yet despite this, some say they don't like its engine. But isn't that kind of missing a point? Well, why not join me, Roger Bailey, to find out more. Firstly, let's just take a moment to thank Porsche Centre Chester for the loan of this great car. It's really appreciated, guys. And our latest loan car is the newest beneficiary of the Touring treatment, the T designation, meaning Porsche have aimed squarely at making their light, nimble, entry-level Boxster even more focused than it already is. It's a midships engine as well. It's not the latest 6-cylinder engine on offer here, it's the 4-cylinder. And, well, we're going to talk about this in a moment. Right now though, let's see how this sports car has been engineered to have lightness and to find out where it's been treated to some juicy performance options. Performance options like a trick mechanical limited slip differential, which is as expensive as it's effective. That diff is combined with electronic torque vectoring, giving us a recipe for preposterous fun when powering out of corners. And if that wasn't enough, they've thrown in PASM. That's Porsche Active Suspension Management, if you didn't happen to know what the acronym stood for, which means it sits the T 20mm lower than a regular Boxster, meaning it looks great on the road and of course drops the car's centre of gravity. And the list of performance kit goes on. 18-inch wheels were ditched in favour of lightweight 20-inch items. Then you get Sport Chrono package with its extra driving modes, a switch for partway setting the stability control, and there's adaptive engine mounts, and there's more. So, being no doubt about this, what we have here is a properly legitimate high-performance sports car, one which carries the lightest of mid-mounted engines. And, well, bear with me because I'm going to get onto that engine very, very soon. Meanwhile, we feel the results of the lightness and that fine engineering the moment those spindle-like wheels begin their journey along the road. All Boxsters are live and responsive, so be in no doubt even the base 718 is still one of the best handling sports cars on sale today, and yet this T variant is measurably better. What we are experiencing is a fabulously neutral handling balance, tremendous fade-free brakes, hyper-fast steering which is both feelsome and delightfully direct. And at the same time, we have a car which is as rewarding as a pure driving machine as it is easy to drive and easy to live with, all thanks to that clever packaging. When I was explaining the engineering cleverness of the mid-engine concept to my wife, she actually listened to me. She wondered, like me, why the Boxster's rivals aren't made this way. Her reasoning being they're really missing out on having these two really useful boots. So where is the downside, I hear you thinking? And what do we think about that 2-litre 4-cylinder turbocharged engine? Well, here's my own personal take on this. You see, firstly, let's not overlook the approaching elephant in the car enthusiast's room: motoring electrification. You know, the accelerating upsurge in electric cars. And let's not overlook that this 718 has a petrol engine, and if you've just happened to be a petrol head watching this video in 2035, you may now be telling us something like, "You guys, you don't know how good you had it back then." While at the same time, in 2035, you're probably made to obediently buzz along the smart road networks, and if you're an old petrol head, you may also be lamenting the loss of engines. And that lamenting won't be lessened by hearing this. And this. You see, in 2020, we are facing an all-out offensive on engines, all engines, and we have to accept, and probably quite rightly, that electric motors are becoming the way to go. They may have 100% clean power, but that power comes with zero soul. And what we are driving here today is a car with a generous helping of soul. A car with proper high performance, a raughty, loud petrol engine, installed in one of the finest lightweight sports cars ever conceived, one which doesn't have to haul a metric ton of batteries around with it, and one to be enjoyed today, in the moment. Okay, I'll concede that naturally aspirated final hurrah cars such as the GT3 and its like sound considerably more awesome than RT, and they can awaken the lamentable souls of roadkill when unleashed on public roads, but the 718 Turbo Flat 4 will at the very least awaken one's emotions with its great punch of torque, and yes, with its brutish petrol burning and its barking soundtrack. And I acknowledge that if you've been fortunate to live with a naturally aspirated high-performance multi-cylinder car, you may feel shortchanged by the sound of this flat 4 power plant. However, if you're thinking of upgrading from a modest kind of car, this 296 brake horsepower 718 motor may just blow your mind. Am I wrong here, or do I have a point? Please feel free to comment. Please go on, tell me what you think. And while we are thinking, let's just have another listen to this turbo motor. Turn it into sports setting, stomp on the loud pedal, and there it is, a great slug of power, 40 exhaust loudness, 0 to 60 in 4.2 seconds, and a solid 170 miles an hour, all delivered by a thoroughbred, well-tuned Porsche engine. So you see, our 718 Porsche is a high performer, a sublime road car, one that's properly constructed and at the same time being a beautiful automotive object. And should you be fortunate enough to acquire a Boxster T, you'll find yourself immersed in a superb driving experience, a bona fide petrol-powered sports car presented by a manufacturer which remains seated right at the top of the game. Porsche's Boxster has long been the enthusiast choice of small, open-top sports car thanks to its razor-sharp handling, amazing steering and a mighty engine which punches way above its weight. And despite some experts unpicking parts of the 718's appeal because of its engine, in Boxster T form it remains deeply impressive and is still the best sports car in the class to drive by a country mile. Thank you for watching. If you've liked this video, please give it a thumbs up, and comments are always welcomed. I read every single one and I'll reply to most. And if you haven't already, please think about subscribing, and if you hit that little notification bell, I'll send you another video.